A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to the Vlog-A-Thon 4.0. And now, I feel like I'm calmed down enough and, stress-free after about a 12-minute break or so, to come back here to let y'all know that, well, there's still quite a bit more to come. Because I've already talked quite a bit about what had happened throughout the last couple of decades of my life in the last vlog. And I also can't forget that, well, in the previous dozen vlogs or so, I was able to talk a lot about my lifetime with my feature film projects and also with what else might be coming along pretty soon. But let's turn a little bit more towards that direction once more time, because right now I feel like that I have a new idea coming around in my mind right now. Another feature film project that I'm not really certain whether or not it might actually become a reality. It might just be a mere concept. But of course, I feel like that because of the fact that I've already created myself an adaptation based on Nerf Secret Reveal, which has pretty much become one of the best known web series of mine ever, as it had been around for 7 years now, going on 8. And of course, I will also say for sure that Hot Wheels Hilarity and Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo have also gotten some of their own shares of viewership and, well, just recognition as a whole. But Hot Wheels Hilarity, I gotta say, there have been a lot of comments on my channel regarding each and every one of these episodes. I tell you, by today's standards, I've counted back on it. There's more than 50 comments that I've gotten on Hot Wheels Hilarity episodes across the board. And I have more than 100 of them on my channel right now. Well over 100 of them. And looking at all of this stuff that has happened since it first came out in July 2018, Hot Wheels Hilarity has actually been quite a big step in a different direction for me. It really led me to producing very good family-friendly content out there that actually is a bit more of a controversial thing, in fact, because some people have actually compared Hot Wheels Hilarity to Race Grooves' Track Time, which honestly is not going well right now. It's probably not even going at all, but Race Grooves, of course, is a channel that's been around for a long time. As a matter of fact, I do remember when Mark of Race Grooves had actually talked a lot about a bunch of Hot Wheels sets, including the corner booster and the loop sort of configuration thing. I don't really know what the name of that set is. I also can't forget at one point I watched a little video about the Trick Track's Shark Attack thing. Of course, that big spiral where you set a card down in spirals and then a shark tries to catch it pretty much. I do remember that video pretty darn well, and I also remember some of the other Hot Wheels Trick Tracks dinosaur-based sets that involved dinosaur skeletons, if you will. Of course, I won't forget any of those videos, as I've known them since way back in 2009. So, 11 years now it's been. And Mark of Race Grooves, by today's standards, is still a pretty big channel when it comes to producing content as a whole. Because, of course, we remember back around 2013 when Mark had created something known as Track Time by Race Grooves, in which it is a series of different track time presentations that involves different layouts that were made by Mark and happen to have a different selection of cars in each and every one of them. Essentially, Track Time is a series in which that they test different types of cars to see how they work on different types of tracks. And yeah, that's what I said right there. That's exactly how the series is. As a matter of fact, you can hear Mark saying it left and right throughout most of the videos. And of course, we can't forget the fact that, well, by today's standards, Track Time is pretty big. It even has its own channel for each of the episodes to reside in. In case Race Grooves doesn't really have much of a time to do Track Time, then, well, there is an independent, standalone channel dedicated to Track Time itself. There's also independent standalone videos that happen to be put on different channels. As a matter of fact, if you look on the official Race Grooves YouTube page, then you can actually find many of the other channels just sitting there. They do have similar artwork in each of them for basically the profile pictures, but of course we can't forget the fact that, well, they do happen to have different types of ones out there. Race Gurus has had track time presentations that not only featured Hot Wheels cars, but also monster truck models, marbles, and a lot of other different toys around there. Race Gurus is a pretty big toy channel, if you will. Kind of like a handful of others that I honestly would like to name, but I don't really have too much time for that because, after all, the point of me coming back here and, well, talking about Hot Wheels hilarity as a whole, and what it pretty much is as well, Hot Wheels hilarity is not like track time at all, even though a lot of people have actually compared it to that, just because it follows the same type of sequence that goes down. It also follows a similar pattern of introduction to the cars based on their own pictures that they have, and then progressing over to the footage that I have of the layout in action with each car racing down them. Of course, it's very comparable, but it's not really a ripoff. It is a lot of originality. It really does have a lot of originality because, first of all, the way I can classify Hot Wheels hilarity is that, well, unlike track time, it's just a series of crazy competitions involving different layouts with different cars. Yeah, that's literally the motto that I placed to it. Whereas track time is something that you test different types of cars to see what works on different types of track. And that's pretty much what that is, but Hot Wheels hilarity's motto is different, therefore the series itself is different. But you know what? Even though Season 5 is going to be on the rise pretty soon in Hot Wheels hilarity, yeah, it's in its 5th season apparently. January 1st, 2021 will be when it will begin, so be prepared for that. But until that happens, well, a new idea had just popped up somewhere. Out of nowhere, pretty much, comes an idea of mine of which that I would want to create a Hot Wheels hilarity-based feature film project. That's right. Hot Wheels hilarity in a feature film. Just like how Nerf Secret Revealed had its own adaptation as a feature film project, Hot Wheels hilarity, I don't really know for sure, but it might become a thing. I'm not really saying that I will want to do so, but in case if I can and will do that, then I might try to do something like that. As a matter of fact, I'm not really certain if other franchises of mine, like Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo, Honest J Nowak, and even this, might become their own feature films at some point. I feel like I'm going on a roll here, but that just goes to show that a lot of ideas of mine have been coming around left and right just to keep these franchises alive on this channel and on the web in general, or just in life, on Earth, and the whole universe. So, that's pretty much it though. I might let you know if I will have a Hot Wheels hilarity feature film production in mind that I might end up working on in the future, but until then, if you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.